Today, I'm going to talk to you about the word control. It's a dangerous word. It's a word that's held me back for a very, very long time in my life. And I want to help you understand that the more you try to control stuff, the more out of control that you get. And I have, for the majority of my adult life, have tried to control as much as I possibly can. And my mindset, what I tell myself is the more that I can control, the easier my life is going to be, like the easier time I'm going to have. And the reality of it is the more that I try to control stuff, the more out of control my life gets. You will never be in a position, if you're living life, if you're actually out there living life, you will never be in a position where you will be able to control more things than you cannot control, because you are just you. And that's really the only thing that you can truly control are your actions, your thoughts. To an extent, you can't even really control all of your thoughts. But I said this the other day to my wife, and I also said it to my therapist, who I've been seeing for a long time. Is like, I feel as if my life is out of control, and that's okay. No chance I would have been able to say that a year ago. Definitely not 5 or 10 years ago. No chance. I would have just been constantly trying to battle the things that I can control. I can't control what other people do. I can't control, bad deals. I can't control bad partnerships. I can't control what people are doing on the road, driving in cars. Like, I just can't control how people are going to behave. And there's way more of them than there are of me, those situations. So I think if I can simply just get this message across, so you can embrace the fact that, imagine control like a seesaw, right? Like, you're always trying to have that balance, or maybe be on the top of the seesaw, if you will, right? Which would be you winning, right? And you're never going to get to that point. Your butt is going to be at the bottom of the seesaw, all the way in the sand. Like, that is where you are going to live if you are going to try to control everything. And it's just a dangerous spot to be. If you are living that life, if you're like, hey, I'm just going to control everything, you're going to have so many limited options for you, really, to the point where you're not going to really have relationships with people. You are going to be inside of your home for the majority of the time. Just the more you try to control stuff, the fewer options that you have. And I think this is what one of the things that prevents people from putting themselves out there, is they just want to control everything. And when you do that, when you live that way, like, hey, I'm a control freak, it's like, that's a dangerous spot, because then you go and you look at things that you can control. Well, I can control what I eat. I can control what I drink. I can control what I put into my body in other forms, and other things that I do. It's just a dangerous spot when you are living in this mindset of, I need to, kind of keep everything tight and control everything. And I think you're robbing yourself of opportunity big time, robbing yourself of potential, of living life, because whether you like it or not, bad stuff's going to happen to you. Stuff's going to happen to you, and you just can't control it. You really can't, if you really review it and you look at it. And I think a lot of us are living, I know that I was for a long time, are living our lives to avoid some type of disaster. And it's unfortunate, but it's inevitable, right? Like, things are going to happen to you that are completely out of your control. You just don't know. You just don't know the what, or the when, or the who, or the how long. And I think that living your life trying to avoid that, or trying to control those situations long term, is very, very, very dangerous.